What is up, guys? Troy here, and welcome to another episode of Troy's Toy Box, the show where I tell you what's in my personal Battlefield 4 toy box, why it's there, and what I like about it. On today's episode, we're going to focus on a carbine. That's right, the AK5C. Now, this is the first carbine you unlock for the All Kits Carbines class. You have to grind a little bit as an engineer to unlock basically in the same vein that you have to grind a little bit for shotguns on the support class and DMRs for the recon class. But once you unlock that first weapon in each of the all kits categories, you can use them with all kits, hence why it's called that. A little bit of background information on the AK5C. This gun is quite rapidly becoming one of my favorite weapons to use in all of Battlefield 4. A little bit of information about it. Now, the AK5, which is the gun that the AK5C is based on, is actually based on the FNC. That gun hasn't been in a lot of games. The AK5C hasn't been in a lot of games, I believe. Pretty much just Battlefield 4 and Medal of Honor Warfighter. It's one of the few guns that has made the leap from Medal of Honor Warfighter. A little information on the FNC. If you ever seen the movie Heat, that has, you know, the epic crime movie between Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. It's the rifle that Al Pacino uses in the famed bank robbery shootout towards the middle of the movie. That's the weapon that the AK5 and AK5C are based on. But enough about that. Let's talk about what I like about it in the game. This gun is just a laser beam, honestly. If you use the right attachments, use it in the right situations, in the right maps. I'm playing on Dawnbreaker Domination, just like I was with the M16A4, and it fills a similar role to the M16A4. Its reloads are pretty close to the same, a little bit longer than the A4. It is a fully automatic weapon, but it has quite a few things going for it. It has a low cyclic rate of only 700 rounds per minute. Now that's not going to win you any rate of fire battles, but it'll certainly help with your accuracy at long range. And all of its recoil is pretty much just straight inline vertical recoil. So what I like to do is basically I like to use a holographic sight to get a little bit further range than, say, a red dot or a Cobra. And then I also like to put on a stubby grip. You can actually see me unlock the stubby grip in this video. A stubby grip and a muzzle brake, which cuts down on vertical recoil, and you pretty much have a solid laser beam. You acquire your targets well, work on your aim, burst fire, and you're pretty much going to drop people at long range just within 4 to 5, maybe 6 rounds. And I'm just loving this gun. You can see I'm actually running the Crimson Woodland camo, I believe it is. I believe it's based on the old M81 camo that the US military used for close to 30 years. But I'm loving this gun. I really don't see very many downsides other than maybe the rate of fire. If you see me kind of run to the middle flag quite a bit, and I don't really win too many rate of fire battles with this weapon, especially on Dawnbreaker. Domination has a 3-flag linear setup, those 2 side streets that you can easily flank either of the gimme flags, basically, and you basically want to stay to the outside, work your way in kind of setup, and I believe that would work best with the AK5C. But overall, I'm really enjoying it. I certainly want to start unlocking other carbines within the carbine class, basically to compare it to. I have the ACWR unlocked, which is the carbine you unlock immediately after the AK5C, but I want to get the SIG 553 unlocked. It's probably one of my least used guns in Battlefield 3, so certainly want to see how well it does in Battlefield 4. And in Battlefield 3, the SIG 553 was patched a few times, and I never really knew where it stood, but I certainly like to see how it stacks up to the AK5C, because it's certainly becoming a fan favorite of mine. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Troy's Toy Box featuring the AK5C. But shoot me some feedback. I certainly like to hear what you guys think about it, your likes, your dislikes. Do you have an alternative weapon you'd rather use instead? But as always, guys, I really appreciate you watching the video, and take care.